Let's remember, Saturn represents fear, and Aquarius is masses of people. So it is possible for masses to panic at every difficult stage of transit. But that also serves something, of course, and some panic is already here, of course, and not because only of Saturn that is entering Aquarius, but also because of the conjunction of Saturn and Pluto, Jupiter and Pluto, and finally it will be also part of the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. In any case, it is good to know that everything will end well if we work to awaken personal and collective consciousness and do everything for the collective good, and then for our own good, but first for the collective good. So now let's say, what are the characteristics of Aquarius? So this sign has two rulers. The old one is Saturn and the new one is Uranus. The old one, otherwise very conservative ruler, reigns until one moment when unexpectedly something happens, and then the rulership is taken by Uranus, the avant-garde ruler. This is why Aquarius is also a sign of revolution. In addition, it is a sign of freedom, equality, and fraternity, which were, of course, the slogans of French Revolution. So, just as in the human body, Aquarius represents nerves that connect all the functions of the body in a very fine way. So in society, Aquarius signifies social networks that are self-created and through which information and energy are transmitted. Nowadays, they are transmitted over the internet, but even when there was no internet, the same was possible. And if we later on, because of some reasons, don't have internet, it will also be possible. The connection that occurs through the Aquarius sign is reminiscent of bee, you know, bees, like insects, of bees' honeycombs, if you know what I mean, those honeycombs that bees create to put the honey in. So that's how also structures of people in society function actually. So those structures are created freely, and the exact outcome is not known. It can't be known. They're not predictable, but they have common model. So does the human society. You know, we can't predict what will happen with the society, but we know the model. And this is because human society functions as a complex system. Complex system is unpredictable and it's very natural. Unlike a complicated system. Complicated systems are controlled, their end is predicted, and they function as a machine. But we don't need to mention them now, which are they. But just we know that people function through the complex system. The society functions through the complex system, as a complex system. So since viruses are also transmitted over networks through people, their symbolism also corresponds to the Aquarius sign. So it is good to know that no one can spread viruses programmatically. No one can program how virus will spread, because they spread spontaneously. Unless, of course, someone uses frequencies. And such experiments are made by scientists, by others, and I'm sure that there are such methods in use already. Okay, so more about Aquarius. Aquarius, like Pisces people, when we talk about individuals, they are signs that are connected with collective. So people born in those signs, they have no personal goals and no personal needs. And they need to find a way how to be the part of society and help the society, because in principle, they live for others and through others. At a psychological and astropsychological level, Aquarius means transcending the boundaries of one's own ego and widening one's consciousness. Many people are talking about that in today's time, and it seems that we are really entering the so-called Age of Aquarius. Aquarius Saturn marks the first clear structures characteristic for the Aquarius era. But what is the Age of Aquarius? So every 2150 years, one major time cycle closes and new one begins. Various philosophies and spiritual traditions speaks of this. Probably the most significant work in which the symbolism of the Age of Aquarius is analyzed is the book Ion, written by Carl Gustav Jung. Here are some of the specifics of the New Age, often referred to as the Age of Aquarius. So this age means giving up pyramidal structures and creating network structures in the first place. So when I say this, I think I told you what is the main thing. Of course, we can talk about this a lot, we can discuss this, but this is the essence of it. So the three big conjunctions in Capricorn that are happening in 2020 mark the end of pyramidal structures, and the new system will emerge now, which will be completely different in a way.